Every man and woman has a moment in their lives where they say enough is enough. I'm talking about a moment when you are completely fed up, when you are done being who you are, being where you are, living how you're living, where you're just completely fed up and you say enough is enough. I need some change now. I want to see something change around here with my life. It might be something in your personality. It might be something about your conditions, but everyone has that moment. And sometimes it takes a while for us to get to that moment. Sometimes it's just a lot of little moments that lead to that one moment. But everyone has a moment like that. I'll tell you, one of my moments where I had to change something about myself was my first day of high school. I still remember this so well. There was a teacher who was a black teacher. She spoke the same home language that I speak. And so because I had come from a primary school, my primary school life was pretty much most of it. 95% of my primary school was me speaking my home language, Setswana. So now I'm in a school that is an English medium school. So on the first day, I see this teacher who looks like me. I say, great, at least I can talk to somebody in my home language. I still remember she asked me a question and then I responded to her in my home language, in Setswana. And I'll never forget the embarrassment I felt when she said, my boy, this is not your mother's house. This is not the taxi rank. This is an English medium school. We speak English. You must learn to speak English. I was so embarrassed, and I still remember in that moment, I said to myself, man, I have to learn how to speak this language. I'm not saying that I am the most fluent English speaker. I haven't mastered the language by any stretch, but I had to learn how to speak the language. Man, I was in every book that I could find. I was listening and paying attention when I was watching movies. If I was watching a television series which was in vernacular language, I would be reading the subtitles so that I could understand certain words. When I listened to music, I would pause so that I can go Google the lyrics and see what that word over there means. I still remember listening to Nelly and Kelly in Dilemma. I saw, what is a dilemma anyway? Go Google that. Simple things like that. But it only happens when you get to a moment when you're so fed up and you say, man, I have to change something. Something has to change. I'm so sick and tired of this part of my life being the way that it is right now. And of course, I've had that with a lot of other different areas of my life. That's just one example. But everyone has that moment. Everyone has that moment, that sudden realization where you feel something that you never want to feel again. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you get a feeling in you that you never ever want to feel again. But here's the sad thing. The sad thing is that if watching this right now, there are some people, you are currently feeling a feeling and you're not taking advantage of the fact that that feeling could be what catapults you to the next level. And so what happens is the moment you feel that feeling, you try to numb it with alcohol, or you try to numb it with some drugs, or you try to distract yourself and go have some fun instead of just making sure that you simmer in that feeling and say, I never want to feel this again. I don't just want temporary relief. I never want to feel this way again. What is that area of your life? What is that thing in you that's happening around you that's making you say, man, I never want to go through this again? Something has to change.